care about making a real difference in your life. And that gets us to the choice that you have to make in this caucus. Now, Senator Sanders and I share many of the same goals, but we have different records and different ideas about how to drive progress. Take health care, for example. I want us to defend and build on the progress we have made under President Obama with the Affordable Care Act.
Hillary Clinton can run, but she cannot hide. Investigators are tightening their screws on her private email servers and how she was allowed and got away with keeping sensitive documents where hackers from 10-year-olds to Chinese agents might get their mitts on it. And as the spotlight gets brighter on her alleged transgressions, Democrats are facing facts. They soon might be nominating either someone who's a liar or an open socialist who wasn't even a Democrat until late last year. Unleash the hounds of the political animal then, and let's get right to it. Right side attorney and writer at The Federalist, Gabriel Malor, and left side Democratic media strategist at Kate Communications, Franco Ripple. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining us. Franco, I'm going to start out with you on this one. Hillary Clinton now is claiming that it is a vast right-wing conspiracy that has created the email mess that she is in. Come on, Franco, this is called personal responsibility here. Stop blaming somebody else and just go ahead and take the heat.
Well, look, Ed, there's a real question that has to be asked here, which is who exactly in the Inspector General's office leaked this confidential letter to Fox News? Who was it? Was it the Inspector General himself? Was it someone in his office? I think that's a big, big question because we're talking about sensitive information here. That being said, let's look at the latest information that we know that was published on NBC News yesterday, which is that senior U.S. officials have called the information contained in her emails innocuous and have said that a lot of the information is things that have been known and are the worst kept secrets in Washington, known for years. It's since 2009, the drone strikes program has been talked about openly in Congress.
Okay, but hang on a sec. I have to stop you there, and you know what I'm going to say here, because the letter was from the president, Obama's own Inspector General for the U.S. intelligence community, Charles McCullough, who said that these were beyond top secret special access programs. Look, you and I can go back and forth here, but you and I both know that there's got to be some truth in here somewhere. I mean, why would he say that if it wasn't true, or at least a smidgen of truth?
Certainly, yes, this was an Inspector General that the president appointed. It's also an Inspector General who donated $1,000 to President George W. Bush's reelection campaign in 2004. And I'm not saying that means that he's partial. Some have said that
you kind of are. You kind of are.
Some no, because again, he was appointed by this president. That's true. Some are saying that there's collusion between congressional Republicans and the Inspector General. I won't go that far, except to say it's certainly suspect that Fox News somehow ended up with this leaked letter, and I'd say that merits further
Okay, let's bring Gabriel in on this right now, because Gabriel, unfortunately, we cannot see you. We can hear you on this, but I did hear the chuckle in there as well. And I just want to go back to this whole conspiracy here. I'm a responsibility guy myself. Take responsibility here and stop trying to blame somebody else, will you, please?
Look. This is ridiculous. We're arguing about how the letter became public and not the content of the letter, which says that there was seriously confidential information that she was passing around in her emails. Remember, she started by claiming that there was no confidential material, or no classified material on the servers, right? And then she had to change that and say, oh, well, it wasn't marked classified. And now they're saying, oh, well, there was classified, but it was innocuous. Do you see how they've moved there? Every single one of those things was a lie that Clinton told on their path to trying to wiggle out of an indictment here.
So, Gabriel,
go ahead. I cannot let Gabriel, due respect, get away with saying that she's passing around classified information because, again, the record reflects that she generally has received emails that have retroactively been marked classified, but she generally has not sent them. So to say that she's passing around classified information is a lie.
You're ignoring the smoking gun, and she's the one who caused the server to be set up. She's the one who said to people, email me at this server that I set up. That's on her. She can't hide from it just because, oh, well, how was I supposed to know my aides were going to send me classified information that I forced them to use private server?
As Gabriel knows, as Gabriel's well aware, under State Department and federal rules, having a private email system like that was allowed under State Department rules. It was only after Hillary Clinton left her service to the nation.
Okay, I tell you what, gentlemen, hang on. I'm going to call an intermission on this because we have talked about this before. And let me move on to something else here tonight because I only got 90 seconds left. Gabriel, to you. There's a lot of talk that the Democratic Party themselves, people in the Democratic Party, are now starting to openly refer to Bernie Sanders as a socialist. let's face it, he wasn't even a Democrat until last year. It seems like the Democratic Party does have a problem here if Bernie Sanders winds up beating their chosen candidate.
I think Bernie Sanders touches something deep in the Democratic psyche. They like him because he's promising them things that they've always wanted and been told that they can't have. And yeah, that's socialism.
Now, all right, Franco, you got to answer this from the left side, because why then would Democrats be coming out and starting to point out that Bernie Sanders is a socialist if they didn't want to poison him and make sure that Hillary wins the nomination?
Well, Ed, as an actual Democrat, I can tell you that I think most of them are going to vote for Hillary Clinton. But besides that, it's not. I know Joe Biden said this week, we don't need socialism. And he's right. We don't need socialism. Capitalism is great. But you know what? I'm a Roman Catholic. I pay attention to what the Pope says. And the Pope said that we have a moral obligation to ensure income equality. And frankly, he said further, for Christians.
Yeah, but let's get back to the point. Hang on a second. I'm running out of time here, Franco. There are people saying he's a socialist, though. Could you still vote for him?
I won't be voting for him. It's not necessarily just because he's a socialist, which he is. He said as much. It's because I think Hillary Clinton is the most prepared, experienced candidate to be president.
Okay, Gabriel, 15 seconds to you. Is this something that the GOP candidate should use on the attack?
Absolutely. If Bernie Sanders becomes the candidate, that's going to be the primary focus of the attack.
All right, there you go. By the way, we do want to point out here that even Bernie has kind of maybe made a little socialist knock every now and then, so we'll kind of follow that as we move on here. Franco Ripple, Gabriel, Malor, thanks so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and ask you right here. Tell us what you think about this, whether or not the GOP should go after Bernie Sanders on the socialist side. And oh yeah, by the way, what about that Hillary Clinton thing and a little responsibility? Talk to us about it. The Hardline continues right after this.